The member for Kooyong has the call.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise to pay my respects in the condolence motions for Lance Corporal Mervyn John McDonald and Private Nathaniel John Aubrey Gallagher, both who were tragically killed on the 30th of August this year in a helicopter crash as part of their operations in Afghanistan. Lance Corporal McDonald was 30 years old and is survived by his fiancée Rachel, his mother Myrna, stepfather Bernie and brothers Percy, Roger and Gary. He joined the Army on the 31st of May 1999, was a highly professional soldier, decorated many times with the Australian Active Service Medal with Class B's Timor and ICAT, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Australian Service Medal with Class B's Timor, Timor-Leste, the Australian Defence Medal, the United Nations Mission in support of East Timor, the Timor-Leste Solidarity Medal, the NATO Non-Article 5 Medal with Class BISAF and multiple tour indicator. He was commander of the 1st Division Commendation, Infantry Commandant Badge and the Return from Active Service Badge. Lance Corporal was a man who served numerous times in Afghanistan and Timor-Leste, and you couldn't find a braver and finer soldier in the Australian forces. Madam Deputy Speaker, as is often the case, the families make release statements at a time of their greatest sorrow. In their words, Merv was the warmest guy you'd ever meet. You could see it in his eyes. They had a special sparkle. He was a real Aussie bloke. Merv could often be found with a four-wheel drive and going for bushwalks, but really his favourite place was the ocean. Merv just loved being in the water, and the beach was his second home, where he could often be found swimming, spearing or barbecuing. These were the simple pleasures which filled his soul. He also had a great affection for the West Coast Eagles and Australian rules football. In the words of his fiancée, she said that Merv changed my world by showing me new ways to think about things and by teaching me how to really experience life and believe in myself. We jammed so much into our 18 months together, Merv never missed a moment. He would stop to look at a rainbow or smell the coffee. We were due to be married in Bendigo next Easter, and we were hoping to start a family soon after. Merv would have been a fantastic husband and a wonderful dad. When I read those words, Madam Deputy Speaker, I do so with a heavy heart. And having been to Afghanistan, I know that Merv's life was not lost in vain. He's performed absolutely brave duty for his country and will not be forgotten. Tragically, Merv was killed alongside Private Nathaniel John Aubrey Gallagher. He was 23 years old and will be survived by his partner Jesse, parents Wayne and Sally and sister Eleanor. He joined the Army on the 22nd of October 2007, posted to the 1st Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment 1 RAR. He was also very distinguished, having been awarded the Australian Active Service Medal with Class by ICAT, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Australian Defence Medal, the NATO Non-Article 5 Medal with Class by ISAF, and the Multiple Tour Indicator, the Infantry Combat Badge and Return from Active Service Badge. He served in Operation Slipper twice in Afghanistan, in 2012 and in 2010. His family statement reads as follows. Nate wasn't a showy kind of guy, but rather one who would demonstrate his love through the little things which meant the world. He was so loving and grateful. We never heard Nate say a bad thing about anyone. His love for his family was apparent to all. And Nate's partner, Jesse, has said that Nate idolised Lance Corporal Mervyn McDonald, who was also killed in the crash. Merv was generous with his experience and shared it with the other boys in the team, especially Nate. I last saw Nate at the airport when he departed Australia in July. As they were about to walk off to the gate together, Merv turned to me and said, Don't worry, Jess, I'll bring him home. While it's under the most tragic of circumstances, Merv is honouring his promise. My pledge to Nate is that his son will understand the wonderful man who his dad was. There's no trait of Nate that I wouldn't want his son to inherit. Madam Deputy Speaker, these are powerful words, and they reflect the deep love that the family and the comrades of Private Gallagher had for him. To his family, to Private Gallagher's family, to Lance Corporal McDonald's family, on behalf of a grateful nation, we say thank you. Their lives were not in vain. They stood up for Australia's values, and most importantly, they helped make Australia a safer place, lest we forget.